What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today we'll be going over the state of auto rifles in 2.1.4. Now, I know I'm a little late on this vid, but I definitely want to play around with it a little bit. You know, I wanted to go through a few matches just to make sure like I was using them properly, make sure I had some good builds. But let's first go over the first thing. So rapid fire auto rifles actually got a damage buff by 9%. In this footage, I actually used the eval, which is an energy viced auto rifle. Mine specifically had snapshot and kill clip with, I believe, was ricochet. Yeah, ricochet rounds, because I bounced it off the wall a few times. I actually got a kill, which is freaking hilarious. But in general, I think rapid fires feel, I feel like they felt good. It's just you can't compete with something like a pulse rifle, or, I mean, obviously autos can't compare to distance, but when it comes to close quarters, that's where auto rifles are supposed to be kind of good at, but you can't really like beat anybody out when it comes to hand cannon, and especially something like a shotgun. I understand shotguns are getting nerfed in the future, but the thing is right now, I think they feel good. I just think there's a lot better options. When 2.2.0 comes out, I think these type of auto rifles are going to perform really well right next to SMGs, just because they're meant for those close quarters engagements. And if you get a really good roll, it's gonna slap in the Crucible. Like, I only played with mine for I think a few rounds, tried a few different things out, just make sure it felt good. But still, like, it felt, I mean, in my opinion, I think this buff was needed because auto rifles are in a place to where nobody uses them. But I think it feels really good, and I can't wait to test it out in the future. Going over the high impact variant, which those actually got a buff by 5%, so anything that falls into the Cerberus one, the halfdan-d, and the Suros Regime. I actually use the Suros Regime with the dual speed receiver, so when you aim in, it does that slow fire rate where it bumps it down to 360, just like with the halfdan. And I'll just go over the halfdan first. I have never liked the halfdan. When I did my review in it in year one, I didn't really like it. I will admit it feels better, but it just feels super inconsistent for me, just because it's an auto rifle with the highest damage and the highest range, but it felt like I couldn't hit anybody at a range versus somebody using something like a hand cannon. So again, with going over like the archetype, like, you should be able to hit people from a distance. This is the highest impact. You should be able to hit people farther than what you could with something like a Uriel's Gift. You know what I mean? In general, I think they feel better. The halfdan does feel better. Halfdan's not my favorite, but I do want to go over Suros, because Suros feels freaking great. I don't know what it is. Like, it slaps from a range. Like, you get health back on kills. I don't know what it is. It has a really good TTK. The recoil control on it's pretty solid. Like, I don't know what it is about Suros, but I was really liking Suros for some games, man. Oh my goodness sakes. I don't know what it is. Like, it just felt really crispy. Like, you could hit targets consistently, and I really don't know what else to say. I'll let the gameplay speak for itself. Again, with the high damage, like the high impact ones, I don't see people using Cerberus a lot. I don't see people using Suros a lot. I don't see people using the halfdan a lot. And I think this buff was needed. Even if it only was 5%, it does still allow you to hit, I think it's like 4 or 5 headshots. If you can hit all your headshots, it just drops them immediately. So again, definitely a needed buff. Definitely go try out Suros. It feels really, really good. Let's go over the adaptive frame archetype. So this falls under things like the Ether Doctor, the Gaillard 42. I actually have the Black Armory version, so it comes with all those letters and numbers after it, and the Hardlight, which is pretty impressive. I was actually using the Gaillard 42. It's called the XN7568, and then the Hardlight as well, just for this footage. I'll go over Gaillard first. To be honest, like, it doesn't feel crazy good. Like, it's nothing completely ridiculous to where it's going to break the game. But again, a buff is a buff, and it does help out the auto rifle archetype in general. The one I had it was kill clip and like armor piercing round. It had quick draw. That's what it was. And I don't like armor piercing rounds. It just came with kill clip. I wanted to see if I could drop people a lot better and a lot faster. I think the thing with my Gaillard is that it didn't feel super consistent. It even came with a stability masterwork, and I'm pretty sure I put a counterbalance mod on it. It just didn't feel super great, but again, like, the adaptive frames kind of fall, they don't fall in the rapid fire, but again, they're a little more close to medium range engagements, and I feel like you can get outgunned by things like hand cannons again, and shotguns. So again, like I said, with the rapid fire, shotguns are getting nerfed, which I think will make these auto rifles feel a lot better. But I do want to go over Hardlight, because Hardlight, oh my gosh, one of my friends in the clan, he really loves Hardlight. He loved it from Destiny 1, and I think Hardlight, I feel like Hardlight's in a really good place. The cool thing with Hardlight, there's no damage fall off. The recoil is a little ridiculous, but if you can learn to control it, it feels really, really good. Like, I was outgunning people with Mida across the map with this thing. It was freaking hilarious, dude. Hilarious, especially since you can bounce it off walls, and when you bounce it off walls, it does double damage, which is freaking cool. So, again, with the adaptive frame, again, when 2.2.0 comes out, I think they're going to feel a lot better, but this buff was definitely needed for auto rifles in general. We're now at the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, but there are 3 things I want to go over. First up, my clan, the D1 Fireteam, is looking for active players in the Destiny community. Our members play all sorts of activities from casual PvE and PvP to the endgame content. If you're actively playing Destiny 2 and want the benefits of a bigger clan, the link to join is below. It'll say clan link. All you have to do is request to join, and myself or one of the admins will approve you. If you're with a smaller clan and want the benefits of a bigger clan, and you have, like, let's say, like 7 to 10 members, I'm just using that as an example, but if you want to come over, just send me a message on any of my social media links and we'll try to get something set up. Number 2, if you want to know how to support me, there's a link below that says best way to support me. That'll take you to a 4-minute video. If you want to go check that out, that would be awesome. But if you don't want to do that, you can always like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and all that good jazz if you want to do any of those things. Lastly, we have a link to the community Discord below. Just a heads up, we're looking for anyone with moderator experience to potentially run the Discord. I know for myself, I'm more of a player instead of a manager, so if you have some moderator experience, just send me a message and we'll try to get something set up. I know for myself, I'm on Xbox, but if you guys would like to talk or chat with me, Discord is going to be the best way to do those things. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time.